Yeah, guys. So last session we discussed static data member and static constructor. Of course, we did something called discussion on private constructor also. Now we are looking at this part called static method. Okay. So what is static method and what is difference between static method and instance method? Instance method means a method inside the class without any static keyword. Okay. So it is a method which is created or defined with static keyword, and it is used we can call it without creating an object. Okay. And if any method is there inside the class, we can call static method by using its class name directly with class name dot method name. Example, I mean syntax for calling what you call static method is class name dot method name. I mean generally we'll write a static class name dot method name. That is the way to call actually method name. Okay, static. That is the way to call actually. Okay, of course brackets and semicolon is common. Example, what I'm saying here, console is a static class actually. Console dot write line. I said hello. Hello is getting printed on the screen. So what is console here? Console is nothing but a class. What type of class it is? It is a static class. What is write line? Write line is a static. So when you have a static class, inside the static class, if you have any static method, then you can call directly without creating object. Directly class name dot method name. That is the syntax we need to remember. Example for it is, this is the real time example, console dot write line. What is console? Console is a static class. So what is static class? Actually we have a separate session guys, types of classes. There I'll tell you about something called static class. Okay. So just I'll show you now how static class is getting used with a small example. Let us go with static method first. After that we'll be talking about static class and static. Okay. So let's switch to Visual Studio. So let us discuss something called how to call a method, a non-static method and a static from your main method. Okay, that is what we are talking first. After that we'll be talking about creating something called static class. Inside that static method will be there. How to call it, I'll tell you second step. So let us go to the first example where we are talking about a just simple method called hello, which is created in our program class, and we are trying to call that from your what you call from your main method. Okay, so as soon as you create, what happens? Class program is getting created. Inside this, what will be there? You'll be having main method, right? So static void main. This is the method which is getting created by default. We know it, we have been using it from day one. Okay, now what I'm saying here, I'm creating a method. What is the method actually? I said void hello. If I say hello method without any static keyword, so what is this? This is an instance method. Instance method means it requires an object or it requires an instance, then only you are able to call. Suppose I wrote here console.writeline hello world, some message I wrote it. Okay, so how to call this hello method? You cannot call directly from here guys. Let me show you. You cannot call this hello from here. If you are trying to call hello here, It will give you error. Why sir, we have hello method here, we are calling from here, so it should jump to here, it should display the message hello world, right? But why it is unable to call? Because you are calling an instance method. Where are you calling from? You are calling from main method. What is main method? Static method. What are you calling? You are calling non-static method. So you will get an error message here saying that you are calling an static method, non-static method from a static method, like that it will give you error message. Let us see the same error in practically. We are creating a new project, so I said demo static, like that. Okay, or demo static method one, like that I gave it. I'm creating a new project. Now we will be going to by default we will be having this what you call main method, right? Above the main method, let's create the same method called hello. Okay.
హలో సార్,
Yes ma'am.
తనకి మాకేమో ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నట్టుంది. స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవ్వట్లేదని మెసేజ్ చేశారు. నాకైతే బాగానే కనిపిస్తుంది.
అవునా అమ్మా, ప్లీజ్ చెక్ ఇట్ అవుట్ మా.
లేకపోతే ఒకసారి
Let me stop it, stop sharing, and again I share. What happened? Screen not shared. One second. One second. Share it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Is it okay now?
నేను మళ్ళీ కనెక్ట్ అవుతాను సార్.
ఒకసారి చూడండి కనెక్ట్. Maheshwari, is it okay for you?
బాగానే కనిపిస్తుంది. అదే తను మెసేజ్ చేశారు. నేను
Okay. Okay. Okay.
నచ్చలేదు.
Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు
Is it
కనిపిస్తుంది
okay?
సార్.
Okay. Very good. So let's continue with the project. It's opening actually. See guys, we have main method, and yeah. So here I'm writing static method demo. I'm writing a comment line, static method demo one, something like that. See guys, so we don't have any, I mean main method anyhow static by default, right? Yeah. So here I'm saying yeah, let's create a static method. If I don't add a static keyword to a method, it will be a normal method, in the sense it is instance method. So here I wrote a message, console.writeLine hello world. I wrote like this, hello world. Okay. Yeah. So how to call this hello method now from here? If you're trying to call hello world, hello method from here by saying hello semicolon, see what it is saying here. Save it. Go to build menu, build solution. See guys, we got an error already, showing an error. Okay. So already showing error here. Build failed. Keep the cursor here. See what it is saying. Let me zoom it for you. The error message. Yeah. Guys, have a look at the error message. An object reference is required for the non-static field method or property program.hello. So if you want to call hello, you should create an object. Object reference has to be used. That is what it is saying. So what is the solution for this? In order to call this hello, you have to create an object of the class. What is my class name?
ప్రోగ్రామ్.
You have to create object of the program class. How to create program P is equal to new program.
న్యూ ప్రోగ్రామ్.
Yeah, after that, how to call hello?
పీ డాట్ హలో.
Very good. P dot hello.
రెఫరెన్స్
That
వేరియబుల్.
is the way you can call it. Console dot read p I'm giving just for the sake of stopping the output. So now it is perfectly all right. Okay. So let's go and build solution. Now it will be build succeeded, no errors, successful. I can run the program and I can see the output. This is what the default behavior of a method without any static keyword. So if you don't mention static keyword, all the methods inside the class are nothing but instance methods. Instance methods means they require an object to call. Okay, so that is what the point you need to remember. Now, so I don't want to create an object, sir, but I wanted to call this method hello. What to do? So let us say, yeah, let's keep it as instance method. Now let's create static method below this. So let's make a method called welcome, which is static method. Okay, so void welcome, it is a normal instance method, but the moment I added static keyword before this is, it will become static method. Okay, it is a static method. So here I'm writing welcome to static method, like that I wrote a message, welcome to static method. Okay, something like that I wrote it. Yeah, that's fine. Now this is what my what you call my class. So in my class called program, I have apart from main method, I have two methods. One is instance method, which doesn't have any static keyword, and another one welcome is a static method because it is preceded with static keyword. So what is the difference between hello and welcome? Hello always requires an object to call, whereas welcome can be called directly without any object. Let us try to call welcome now. This time, when you are calling welcome, directly you can say welcome, guys. You can call the method directly. There is no need of p dot welcome. So this is calling instance method. Insert method means method with the object. But here we are calling static method. Guys, what do you understand when you see this? See guys, you can run it and you can see the output. You'll get output from both the methods, but instance method needs an object to call, whereas static method doesn't require any object to call. Directly you can call it without any object reference variable. Is it clear, everybody? What is difference
Yes, sir.
between static method and non-static method or instance method? Instance method has to be, I mean, you have to use an object to call. Static method can be called directly without creating object. You can see welcome directly and calling, but in order to call hello, you have to create program p is equal to new program p dot hello. No sir, is there any shortcut key instead of writing like this? Means you can also have like this another model, guys. Let me copy paste it. Yeah, instead of writing like this, you can say new program dot hello. This is another way to call actually, but still it is also same actually. Whether you write program p is equal to new program p dot hello or new program dot hello, both are absolutely same. They are, here we are creating object reference variable called p. Here we are also creating an object which doesn't have any name. This is called something called working with anonymous object. We have an object but it doesn't have any name. That is the only difference between first two lines and this one. So whether you write it in a single line or two lines, object creation is mandatory to call an instance method, but static method doesn't require any object reference variable or object. Okay, so this is what the important difference that you need to remember. So another model. Okay, second way to call instance method. Okay, so let me copy and paste it in our notes. Is it clear, everybody? Understood? Okay, now let's go to the next one. How to call a method, static method, with a class name dot method. So for that we should have a static variable, a static class actually. If you have static class, then you can do that. So let's go and create a new project. So here we are talking about static class actually, just one small static class. Inside that one method I'm taking, then I'll show you how to call it. So I'm creating a new project, selecting our folder. What I'm saying here, demo static method 2. So static class method, like that I'm saying, that's better. static class and method together I'm writing. Of course, this is another way. I'm creating a static class just by adding static keyword before the class definition. It will become, this is what my class actually. Here I'm creating a static class demo and static method also. Static method as well. Excuse me. So I'm creating a class, guys. Class name is my class. It's a normal class, guys. It is not a static class actually. I will convert into a static class later. And I have a method called hello method. Okay. Now, so just I wrote hello world, or okay, let us make it as, yeah, let's write hello from static method like that. It's not a static method as of now. We'll do it. So this is a normal class, normal method. Okay, instance method and normal class. How to make this method as static? Just by adding static keyword. Okay. How to make this class as static? Just by adding static keyword. Now this class became static and this method also became static. Now how to call hello? If you don't have static keywords in two places, I need to create object of my class. My class m is equal to new my class m dot hello. Okay, you know it. You know this already, right? Let me delete these two static keywords and then let's try to call it. How to call hello method now? By saying my class m is equal to new my class and m dot hello. See guys, hello is not coming because due to lack of access modifier. You should make it as public so that it is available. Now you can call m dot hello. This is the way to call actually. Okay, is it clear everybody? This is already we have been doing from day one, creating a class and keeping a method inside it, and we are calling it from outside the class. Okay, this is a quite old model, but right now what I'm doing is I'm just commenting this and deleting this. Now I'm adding keywords called static, so my class became static now. And for this, public static void hello. Okay, public static void hello. So hello class is return type is void, it's not returning anything, and it is a static method, so I add a static keyword. Public means I want to access from outside, right? So that you should have this public access modifier as well. Now let's go back to main method and try to call this hello. How to call now? Class name dot method name, guys. That's it. There is no need to create object. What is my class name? My class dot hello. That's it. My job is done. This is the way to call. Calling static method from static class. So in order to call a static method from static class, you need not create object actually. Just class name dot method name. What is my class name? My class. What is my method name? Hello. So my class dot hello. This very easy and important thing that you need to remember, because in interviews they might ask you, so tell me what is the purpose of static class or static method or static class, like that they'll ask you. Then you have to say, if you want to, static method can be called directly without creating object, the first point. Second point is you need not create object to call a static method, so you should just class name dot method name is the easiest way to call. Any real-time example, if they ask you guys, the answer is console dot write line. What is console actually? Console dot read key, like that I'm calling, right? What is console? Console is a static class. What is write line? Is a static method. How do you know, sir? Is it a static class? What is the guarantee? Keep the cursor here and hold the control key, just click on console. It will give you the history of this class actually. It will go to the definition of the class. See guys, what is the type of the console class now? It's a static class. Guys, are you watching? So console is what type of class? Static class. Go down and you will find so many methods of it. See guys, clear, read, write line, console dot write. This is write. Write is what type of method? Static method. Write line. You see, write line is here. Write line is what type of method? Static method. So this is the way to understand. So console is a static class and write line is a static method. That's why you are calling console dot write line directly. Only static methods can be called with class name dot method name. That's the important point you need to remember. So this set is static class and this is a static method. So how to call it? Just class name dot name. That is what we are done successfully. So any doubts in this, guys? Is it clear, everybody? Now let's go to the introduction of inheritance, guys. Okay, inheritance. So just I'll give introduction and one example I'll tell you. Tomorrow we continue with remaining things. So what is inheritance? It is a concept of getting an existing class contents to another class or into a new class, into a new class. That is called inheritance. So what is the main aim of inheritance? The main aim of inheritance is code reusability. Already we have some code written in our program in our existing class that I don't want to write it again. I want to reuse it. Then we should go for something called inheritance. Okay. So I said the content here. Content means it can be the code, it can be the data also, guys. Okay. You can also get the data from an existing class to another class, but conditions apply. So what are the conditions? That depends upon the access modifier. Okay. So what is the main aim of inheritance? Code reusability. So from which class we are inheriting, I mean whatever existing class is there, we inherit is called, that class is called as base class, nothing but existing class. Whatever existing class is there, that is called base class, or it is also called as super class, or in our general terminology parent class, you can call like anything. Into which class we are inheriting, into which class we inherit is called derived class, or also called as subclass, subclass, or child class. Since it is parent and child, right, for easy understanding we'll call like this. So you can use any one of these guys. Child class. Okay. So these are the terminologies that you need to remember while working with the inheritance. So what is the existing class from where you are inheriting? That is called as base class. Into which class we are inheriting? The new class is nothing but derived class, or people will call it as super class and subclass, or parent and child class, you can call like anything. Okay. uh, the following are the types of inheritances that you can implement, or different types of inheritance we can implement in C Sharp. So what are they? Actually, there are five types of inheritance, guys. One is single inheritance, also known as simple inheritance. Second one is multiple inheritance. Okay, and the third one is multi-level inheritance, and the fourth one is hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance. And fifth one is hybrid inheritance, out of which some of them are not possible to implement, guys. For example, multiple is not possible with classes. It is not possible with the classes. That is the first point you need to remember. Even hybrid is also not possible with the classes. It is only possible with interfaces, guys. Classes. Okay. So what we can do? Single inheritance we can do with the classes, multi-level we can do, and hierarchical we can do. These three types are possible in C Sharp with classes. Okay, these are not possible, but with the help of interfaces we can do it, guys. Okay, so with the we can do it with the we can implement it with interfaces. with the interfaces. This also can be implemented with the, we can implement with the interfaces. Okay, so what is the syntax and diagrammatical representation, guys? So let me show you diagrammatical representation of these classes, how this inheritance can be implemented. Okay, so tomorrow I'll explain you this diagrammatical representation. Right now just I'll tell you one small syntax and then one program and we'll make it. Okay, yeah. Syntax, how to do this single inheritance. If you want to do inheritance, the syntax is you need to use a existing class name, name along with the colon operator, guys. Okay, suppose we are inheriting a class, new class, right? New class name you need to give here, colon is the operator, and then existing class name. This is the way you need to write. This is the syntax, guys. Example, I have a class called first here. In this first class I wrote a method called public void hello. I wrote something called hello, and here I wrote some code, hello world, something like this, or hello from first. I wrote it console.writeLine hello from first, like that I wrote it. Next, class second, I'm taking a new class, guys. So this is said to be class second. Now, so class first is nothing but an existing class, or you can say an existing class. Now class second is the new class that I'm creating from this existing class. So how to do that? In order to create or inherit this class into this class, you need to follow this syntax. So the new class name colon existing class name, that means class second colon first. Whenever you do that, this method is completely available to second class. So here I'm writing one more method, public void something like welcome. So here I wrote console.writeLine welcome from second, like that I wrote it, console.writeLine welcome from second, like that I wrote it. Okay, so class first and class second, two classes are there. So actually if you don't write this colon first, these two are nothing but independent classes, guys. There is no relationship between first and second. But since I added colon first here, colon means inheritance operator. Which class you want to inherit? The first class I want to inherit into second class. So now this became parent and this became child. So first class is called as parent class and second class is called as child class, or this is called base class, this is called derived class, like that. So what is the advantage now? If you create an object of second class, you will get the methods like hello and welcome together. That is the power of inheritance. Okay, let us do it in our Visual Studio now. So create a new project. So we'll stop this. After this, we'll stop it. Tomorrow I'll explain you the complete diagrams, like how each inheritance will be represented. So in her demo one, like that I said, click on create. So now we have a class called program, guys. So here I'm writing inheritance demo. What type of inheritance it is? Single inheritance, only one class to another class, one parent and one child, that's it. So that is called single inheritance. So class first I'm saying, and here I wrote a method called hello, and inside this console.writeLine hello from first, like that I wrote some message hello from first, like this. Now go to second class. Class second I'm creating. Actually I'm not creating any inheritance, guys. No relationship I'm creating between first and second as of now. We will write it later. So welcome I wrote it, and I say I'm saying like what do you call console.writeLine welcome from second, like that I wrote some message. So both are independent classes, guys. There is no relationship between first and second. So how to call these two methods, like hello and welcome? How do we call? Hello is there in a first class, so you need to create object of the first class, and welcome is there in second class, so I have to create object of the second class too. Then only I'm able to call both of them. So let's get started. So first f is equal to new first. Object is ready. I can call f dot hello. That is okay, absolutely good. And in order to call second class, second s is equal to new second, and yes dot welcome. That is the way to call, guys. See how many objects we have created here. Two objects. Why I created two objects? Because the two classes are independent classes, so you cannot call them until unless you create object of the class. So this is said to be without inheritance. Okay, without inheritance. I don't know what is inheritance. That is the situation like this. Okay, let's run it and check it out. After getting output, we will paste the code in the nodes, then we will convert the same into inheritance, and then we'll see the difference. See guys, hello from first, welcome from second. This is absolutely good, but the problem is we have created two objects. So creating object of first class, and here we are creating object of second class. Okay, yeah, let's copy this and paste it in our notes. Now we are doing the same thing without creating two objects, because we are implementing what? Inheritance. So with inheritance, same thing guys, same program with inheritance. So what I'm doing, I'm coming back and I'm modifying this single inheritance demo like this, the chart, the comment, and then I'm just writing here second colon first. That's it. So what is happening here? We are inheriting first class into second class. That means second class will become child to first class. Okay, so that is the important point you need to remember. So inheriting first class into second, that is what happening. So the moment you write this colon first, hello will be available here. So what is the advantage? You need not create object of two classes this time. Only second class object is enough. Second s is equal to new second. S dot, you can call welcome plus s dot hello from the first class, guys. Both are available. So that is the point we need to remember. S dot welcome, s dot hello. Order how to call, which one should be called first? There is no rule, guys. You can call either the first class object or second class object. It's your wish. First I called welcome, then I called hello. So that is said to be code reusability. Already we have the code in my previous class. Same code I wanted to write it in the second class. In that case, just we inherit first class into second. So hello method is available to second class also. So you need not create two objects this time. Only one object is enough. And you can run it and see the output, guys. The output will be same as earlier. Previous output and this output is same. But in the previous program, we had two objects, but now we have only one object. That is difference between inheritance and without inheritance. So is it clear, everybody? So what are we doing here? Calling hello from first class also. Yeah, this is said to be calling first hello from first class. This is calling welcome from second class. So order can be varied, guys. You can keep this hello first, followed by welcome. It can be any order, guys. You can call like anything. Now you can see both of them. See the output is first hello from first, then welcome from second. Both messages are available since we are doing inheritance. Hello from first, welcome from second. So that is the way inheritance can be implemented. So any questions, guys? Is it clear, everybody? So here colon is called as inheritance operator. Just because of this, the first class is inherited to second. So first class is called as parent class and second is called as child class, or base class, derived class, super class, subclass. Okay, that's all about it. Tomorrow I'll explain you all the different types of inheritances with diagrams, and then we'll continue. Okay. So any questions? Let me stop the recording first.